everyone. This is the Teaching Service Commission radio teaching program in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. My name is Elsie Mae Melanie Buckle, and I am your radio teacher for Maths, lower primary, grades 1 to 3. Maths lessons will be broadcast every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. and Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Here with me today are
Anna Jones.
and
I am Winifred Farmer.
how are you feeling today? Are you ready to learn more about the magical world of numbers?
Hello. Yes, I am ready.
Today we're going to learn how to solve new problems called addition. We'll do 5 activities. Our first activity will be a mindful moment to get our brains settled and ready to learn. Our second activity will be a number warm-up to practice our counting skills. Our third activity will be a number workout to work on the addition of 2 numbers. Our fourth activity will be a brain break to rest and reset ourselves. Our fifth activity will be a challenge problem to apply what we've learned. We will conclude with some homework. For today's class, you need a notebook, a pencil, and your counters. If you have a partner that can sit with you and help you during the lesson, please call them now. Don't worry if you don't have anyone, you will still be able to do all the exercises. Please gather the materials you need. As a reminder, this lesson is designed for students in lower primary. So, depending on your age, some exercises may seem too difficult or too easy. But don't worry, it's normal. So, do your best and be there for all the radio lessons.
Okay, let's get started.
So, do you know why school is closed now?
Yes, Mrs. Buckle. Right now, all over the world, there is a sickness being spread to many people called the coronavirus or COVID-19. This is why we are not in school right now.
You are right. Very good. Do you know how the sickness is spread?
Well, the sickness can be spread from person to person when you get too close to them and they cough or sneeze near you. If someone forgets to wash the germs off their hands with soap and water and they shakes your hand, they can give you the sickness. If someone sneezes or coughs and does not cover their mouth, they can spread the coronavirus to people near them. Right now, the government wants to protect you, so they told us to stay at home for a little while. By staying home, we are being heroes in the fight against corona.
Okay. Do you know why you get to learn through the radio?
Why is that?
Because you have a right to education. RIGHT. You can write that in your notebook. Do you know what a right is?
No, what is a right?
A right is something that every person should have, no matter what. Whether you are a boy or a girl, an adult or child, Muslim or Christian, every person deserves certain things.
You mean every person, no matter what, even children like me, have rights?
every single person, especially children like you. Even right now, when you don't have the chance to sit in your classroom, it is important that you keep learning.
Who decided that children could have these rights?
Great question. About 30 years ago, 140 countries in the United Nations had a big meeting and decided that children should have certain things in order to live a good life. They called this new law the rights of the child. Most countries say that a child is anyone who is 18 years old or younger. Can you guess what types of things all of these countries decided children deserve?
Hmm. Food, water, a place to live.
Exactly. You have a right to all of those things because you are a child. Another one of those things is education. That's why you are learning on the radio right now. Even in times like this when we cannot go to school. All children have a right to still learn. Adults, are you hearing it? When the radio lesson is on, it is your child's right to listen and learn. As always, we're going to start by doing a mindful moment activity. This will help us settle ourselves and get our brains ready to learn. Today, we will do a deep breathing exercise. Are you ready? First, I want you to sit up straight and close your eyes. We are going to take 10 deep breaths together. You could put your hand on your belly so you can feel your breathing going in and out. You could put your hand on your heart to feel it beating. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I will count for us while we breathe in. Keep your eyes closed. Let's start. 1. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 2. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 3. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 4. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 5. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 6. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 7. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 8. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 9. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. 10. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Great! Do you feel calmer now than before? Let's get warmed up. Today, we'll warm up our brains with some counting from 0 to 10. It means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the same time, we will move some parts of our body. For the first movement, we will raise one arm on the side 10 times and count at the same time up to 10. Are you ready? Go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent work. Now for the second movement, we will do the same with the other arm. Ready? Raise the other arm on the side and count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. For the third movement, raise your head to the ceiling and look up 10 times, counting up each time. Ready? Go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great! Finally, we're going to count from 0 to 10 and jump on the spot each time. Ready? Go! 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job warming your brain. Now we're going to start our number workout. Do you have your pencil and books ready?
Yes.
Do you have your counters? Try to have more than 10 counters. Otherwise, you will draw lots of dots on your sheet of paper.
We are ready.
Great. Let's get started. Today, we're going to learn how to add up two quantities with numbers between 1 and 10. First of all, take 3 counters in your hand and put them on your sheet of paper. Write the number 3 under those counters. You can also draw 3 dots and write the number 3 underneath. Good. Now, take 4 more counters and put them in another place on your paper. Write the number 4 underneath. You can also draw 4 dots and write the number 4 underneath. So, you have 3 counters on one side and 4 counters on the other side. How many counters do you now have on your paper in total? How many counters do you have now on your paper in total?
I have an idea. I think it's 7. I counted all the counters on my sheet and I got 7. Let's all count together to check, pointing at each counter one after the other.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have 7 counters in total. 3 counters and 4 counters make a total of 7 counters. For older children, do you know how to write in mathematical signs the expression 3 counters and 4 counters make a total of 7 counters?
You can already shorten by saying 4 and 3 make a total of 7.
Exactly. Do you know what this means in mathematical science?
Yes, 4 plus 3 equals 7. That is written 4, the plus sign, 3, the equals to sign, 7, 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Excellent. And do you know what the writing 4 plus 3 equals 7 is called?
It's an equation.
Oh, good. The equation is used to write in mathematical science our problem or calculation. Let's move now to another example. Julie has 5 marbles. Her friend Fatu gives her 4. How many marbles does Julie have now? Listen again. Julie has 5 marbles. Her friend Fatu gives her 4. How many marbles does Julie have now? You can use your counters or draw dots on your paper. I'll leave you to think about it. So, what did you find?
To represent Julie's 5 marbles, I took 5 counters and put them on my paper. Then I took a 4 counters and put them next to them.
Dear students, if you haven't already done so, take 5 counters, put them on the paper. Then take 4 counters and put them next to each other. You can also draw 5 dots and then 4 dots.
Then I counted how many I had in total. Let's all count together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9.
We are coming up on 9. In total, Julie has 9 marbles now.
I agree, but I did it differently.
Alright, tell us about your method.
As Julie has 5 marbles to start with, I wrote 5 on my paper. Then I started directly from 5 and added 4. After 5, there are 6, then 7, then 8, and then 9. So I also got to 9 in total.
So, we have 2 methods. Winifred counted it all. She counted to 5 first, then she went on to add 4 and she got to 9. Lisa started directly from 5. Then she added 4 and got to 9 as well. Both methods work, so you can choose which one you prefer. To conclude the problem, 5 marbles and 4 marbles make 9 marbles. For older children, how do you translate this into an equation with mathematical signs?
5 counters and 4 counters is like 5 plus 4 in mathematical science. Since 5 plus 4 is 9, I can write the equation 5 plus 4 equals 9. I repeat, 5 plus 4 equals 9.
Great! That's it. What's the name of the equation 5 plus 4? Do you know it?
I think it's called an addition. We add 5 and 4.
Exactly. 5 and 4 or 5 plus 4 is an addition. An addition is when you add two quantities together. Let's repeat, dear listeners.
An
An addition
addition
is
is
when you add two quantities together. Great. Let's do the last example. Alusine has three cats. His neighbor comes to give him three other cats. How many cats does he have to take care of now? I'll let you use whatever method you prefer. Alusine has three cats. His neighbor comes to give him three more cats. How many cats does he have to take care of now? So, do you have an idea?
I have drawn 3 dots to represent 3 cats and then 3 more dots for the ones he is given. I counted everything. It makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Alusine has 6 cats now.
I also found 6, but differently.
Okay.
I wrote 3, the first number. Then I counted higher to add the 3 cats that the neighbor gives. That makes 3, then 4, 5, 6 cats now. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6.
Wonderful. You can be proud of your work today. Okay, listeners, let's discuss what we've learned today.
An addition is a mathematical operation used to add 2 quantities.
All right. We add up to find the total of two quantities. What are the methods you can use for adding?
We can count everything one after the other. You can also start with the first number, then count up to add the second number.
Exactly. And what mathematical sign is used to write the addition in an operation?
The plus sign.
Congratulations! Wow, you've been working so hard during our number workout. Let's give our brains a break. Today, I suggest that we do a dance party to relax. I'm going to play music and then let your imagination run and dance to the music. Let yourself be carried away by the rhythm, by the sounds, and relax your body. Let's go. Okay, wasn't it nice to move your body for a bit? I hope you had a great time. Now let's apply what we've learned today. It is the challenge problem time. For today's challenge, we're going to put into practice what we've learned with a problem. I'm going to give you a number and you will try to find quantities that give that number when you put them together, meaning when you add them together. Let's give it a try. How do we get 8 counters? Try to find two quantities of counters that make 8 counters when you add them together. I repeat, how can you get 8 counters?
8 counters. It can be 6 counters and 2 counters. Indeed, I put 8 counters on my sheet, then I put 6 on one side. I could see that I left 2 on the other side. 6 and 2 make 8. 6 plus 2 equals to 8.
Good. Try to do the same at home. Take 8 counters. Separate the counters by putting 6 on one side. Do you have 2 left on the other side? So you see, you can do 6 and 2 to get 8. 6 plus 2 equal 8. Can you find another possibility, Lisa?
I think 5 and 3 also make 8. If I start with 5 and count 3 more, I get 8. Let's try. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Exactly. 5 and 3 also make 8. Do you think there are other options? Try to find other ways to have 8 different from 6 and 2 or 5 and 3.
I have found it. There are 4 and 4. If I count 4 counters and 4 more counters, I get 8 counters.
I also have another one. If I take the number 7, there is just one left to get to 8. 8 is just after 7. So 7 and 1 also make 8. 7 plus 1 equals 8.
Great! You've got them all. Now, I am going to read some story problems and ask you, the listeners, to do the maths and call in to give the answers. Are you ready? Listen. Jane walked 4 miles from her mother's village to her father's village. On her way back, she got a ride halfway and only walked for 2 miles. How many miles did she walk in total? Listen again. Jane walked 4 miles from her mother's village to her father's village. On her way back, she got a ride halfway and only walked for 2 miles. How many miles did she walk in total? Number 2. Musa has 5 dogs. Sarah, his sister, has 4 dogs, and their father, Mr. Koroma, has 1 dog. How many dogs in total do they have? I'll repeat it. Musa has 5 dogs. Sarah, his sister, has 4 dogs. And their father, Mr. Koroma, has 1 dog. How many dogs in total do they have? Number 3, Alusain, Alasan, and Alimami are brothers. They have 4 sisters, Adama, Asanatu, Aisha, and Asma. How many children are there in all? Listen again. Alusain, Alasan, and Alimami are brothers. They have 4 sisters, Adama, Asanatu, Aisha, and Asma. How many children are there in all? And our last story problem. Mrs. Kamara cooked 3 bowls of soup for the 3 days lockdown. Cassava leaves, potato leaves, and groundnut soup. Already, she had a bowl of stew in her freezer. How many bowls of soup in total does Mrs. Kamara have? Mrs. Kamara cooked 3 bowls of soup for the 3 days lockdown. Cassava leaves, potato leaves, and groundnut soup. Already, she had 1 bowl of stew in her freezer. How many bowls of soup in total does Mrs. Kamara have? So do the maths and call in with the answers. Well, that's it for our lesson today. Great work growing your brain.
Thank you.
Yes, that was fun.
Let's go first over the homework from the previous lesson. I gave you 2 numbers and you had to circle the bigger one. The first 2 numbers were 4 and 8. Which one is the biggest?
I circled it. If I take 4 counters on one side and 8 counters on the other, the pile of 8 counters is much bigger than the pile of 4 counters.
Very good. The next 2 were 2 and 10. Which one is the biggest?
I circled 10.
Very good. Finally, we had 3 and 5. Which one is the biggest?
I circled 5.
Great. Listeners, now here is a short assignment to do at home. I want you to look at the different possibilities of getting 9 counters. As in our challenge of the day, try to figure out how to get 9 counters with 2 quantities of counters. I repeat, how can you get a total of 9 counters with 2 quantities of counters? That's all for today. Congrats again and tune in next time as we continue to explore subtractions. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Just to read the questions for you again. Jane walked 4 miles from her mother's village to her father's village. On her way back, she got a ride halfway and only walked for 2 miles. How many miles did she walk in total? The second, Musa has 5 dogs. Sarah, his sister, has 4 dogs. And their father, Mr. Koroma, has 1 dog. How many dogs in total do they have? Number 3. Alusain, Alasan, and Alimami are brothers. They have 4 sisters: Adama, Asanatu, Aisha, and Asma. How many children are there in all? And the last question: Mrs. Kamara cooked 3 bowls of soup for the 3 days lockdown: cassava leaves, potato leaves, and groundnut soup. Already she had 1 bowl of stew in her freezer. How many bowls of soup in total does Mrs. Kamara have? Please call once you've solved any of the story problems.